After crossing the border into Mexico, the landscape was no different. The same saguaro cactuses and other shrubs were just as happy on one side of the border as the other. They could tell no difference. How wonderful! If only. Crossing the border, though, I felt quite at home. The towns felt like India. There was the blacktop road running through town, lined with small shops and restaurants on either side. There was no paved parking in front of the shops, and many side streets were dirt streets as well. I was a part of a caravan headed an hour and a half south of the border to the town of Puerto Penasco. The Cancho del Mar RV park was a huge dirt lot on the ocean. I was fortunate enough to find a spot to the park on the second row from the ocean. Henry, my VW van, did not move for the next 15 days. The $12 a day fee gave us super clean bathrooms and showers. Also provided were washers, dryers, and trash collection bins. And of course, the main attraction was the ocean, technically the Bay of California. Daily chores included cooking, washing dishes, cleaning, yoga, walking, and charging up the batteries with solar power. Every morning, I took out my solar panels and set them up. The 400-watt solar panels and the steady sun charged my 2 batteries to 100% every day. I was a part of a larger group organized by 2 couples who had been there several times before. For a small fee, they organized activities for most every day. There were several potlucks organized. One night, a good local band was hired and there was dancing. Occasionally, I joined newly made friends at local restaurants. Also included in the fee was a sunset cruise. I was totally surprised when someone pointed out a spout in the distance. It had not occurred to me that we might see a whale or two since we were at the far northern end of the Bay of California. However, we spotted them off and on all during the 2-hour cruise. I shared my pictures with my good friend and whale expert David Rue. He shared his surprise that we may have spotted the endangered right whale with its very smooth body. It earned its name for being the right one to hunt, therefore making it almost extinct. The sunset that evening was beautiful. Minnie, my smallest drone, was happy to give us a look from 400 feet, the maximum legal height for flying a drone. You can see Henry parked on the very right end of the second row of RVs. You had to get there early in the season to be on the front row. Later arrivals could get on a list of first-come, first-served RVs to take the place of anyone leaving. Minnie took a spin and gave us a 360 view. Many of the RVs were from Canada, while in years past they had wintered in southern United States. It seemed this year they sped through the U.S. as fast as they could to winter and spend their money in Mexico instead. I walked the beach several times each day. The beach was never crowded. I was surprised how far I had to wade out to get to knee-deep water. Of course, the beach expanded a whole lot when the tide was out. There must have been plenty of shrimp in the water. You could see shrimp and fishing boats going about their work every day. I've always enjoyed Mexican music. On the weekends, you could find bands playing on the beach. And of course, on the weekends, there were many more people than during the week. The 15 days sped by so very quickly. As I left the campsite at Puerto Penasco, I left feeling that I probably would be back someday.